Hi, Greg Goebel here with another jazz piano tutorial. This one again is about another voicing style that I really like to use. It's similar to the other voicings I've talked about, like solo piano voicings, the cheap, easy, dirty voicings, in that we define our chords with the thirds and sevens, and so we want to have those in our chord somewhere as kind of the most important thing to start out with. So these chords are no different. These are triad style voicings. So what we're going to do is the foundation of our chord is going to be that same thing, third and seventh. In this case today I'm going to put a root on the bottom so we can kind of hear what it sounds like in context. And then we're going to superimpose either a major or a minor triad in the right hand over the top to give us some other color. So here's the way it works. We're going to start with major 7. So for C major 7 our foundation would be C, then thirds and sevens, E and B. And then in the right hand, we're going to go through the major and minor triads that work with this chord symbol, C major 7, and see what we get. So if we just start out with C major triad, that obviously works. It's not very colorful, not a good voicing necessarily, but it technically works, right? So let's move on. So as we go up the scale to the triads that work for us, D major, just a step above, now we're getting a lot of color right off the bat. We've got 9, sharp 11, and 13, and all we had to think of is the root, a step above the root, major triad. That's it. And it gave us all that color. Very cool. As we keep going for major chords, we have E minor, not too colorful, we got just chord tones. If we change to E major, we get sharp 5, it's a nice colorful chord. As we keep going, G major gives us the 9 up on top, A minor gives us 13, B minor gives us 9, and sharp 11. So those ones work nicely. Let's go to minor chords. So our foundation, C minor, root, third, 7. So we go up through our options for major and minor triads. C minor, again, not very interesting, but it works. D minor, now we're getting 9, 11, and 13 in there. E flat major, F major, again 11, 13, and then just root on the top. G minor, we get the 9. B flat major, we get 9 and 11 up on top. So, nice and colorful for those. The fun ones, for me, come when it gets to dominant 7 chords, and especially when dominant 7 is functioning as a 5-7 chord, in the case of like a 2-5-1 chord progression, which you see all the time in jazz. So, the reason it can be so much fun is because we can alter all those color tones to create different levels of tension. So, our foundation of the chord, root, third, 7. Then as we go up through our options, we get a lot. There's actually 12. So I'm going to go through them really fast. If you want to go back and make a laundry list of ones that work, you can go back to the video and pause it. But here are the 12 that work and what extensions it gives us. C major, again, pretty boring. C minor, it gives us sharp 9. D flat major, flat 9, 3, flat 13. D major, 9, sharp 11, 13. E flat major, sharp 9. E flat minor, we have that sharp 11 in there. F sharp major, we get sharp 11 again. Flat 9 up there. F sharp minor, we have the natural 13 in the middle. Here this gives us natural 9. Flat 13, sharp 9. 13, flat 9. Here we now just have 13. So, a lot of options. It can feel very overwhelming at first thinking that I've got all these options of triads. So what I would suggest is just pick one at first that you really like the sound of and just kind of dial that in and get it in your playing. But if you want to hear this in context, take it through a chord progression like a 2-5-1. That's going to be the most useful. In this case, let's say we're going to be in the key of F. So my 2 chord is going to be G minor. My 5-7 chord is going to be C. So I'm going to use one of those triad voicings. And then I'm just going to resolve to some kind of F chord, F major. So here's my G minor chord. Let's say I'm going to pick the A flat triad for the C chord. So I'm going to have my G minor, now my triad voicing, very colorful, and then resolve that back down to F major. Really cool. And all I had to think of was a simple triad. In this case, just an inversion of that triad. What if I tried F sharp minor triad? That's another really common one. A lot of nice tension in there. And then resolve out. So, these can be really great for getting color in your voicings in a fairly easy way. Obviously, you have to go through these triads and kind of figure out what they sound like and how they work for you, but the right hand shape is very simple, just a triad. This can also inform your soloing as well. Just real quickly, let's say I'm still on that F sharp minor triad kind of sound for my C chord. Maybe my improvisation just outlines that simple triad and it gets me some new lines. So, pretty cool kind of sound just going up through that arpeggio, and it can give you some interesting, maybe new sounds to get in your playing. So I know I went through this stuff really quick. You could talk for hours about this and the theory behind it. If you want a video like that, maybe possibly about some theoretical stuff or like a longer video than these short ones, let me know in the comments below. Or if you have any other topics that you're interested in, leave those in the comments and hopefully I can help answer some questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.